remember that one episode of Catfish where the girl catfished her cousin who was like her best friend, and Ho called the Catfish show because he called her a fat ass Kelly Price?
You should have never called me a fat ass Kelly Price.
I got catfished by my cousin. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And as y'all can see, I'm back with another story time. In all honesty, as I'm looking back, I feel like they just kind of get crazier and crazier. But before I get into the video, y'all already know what I'm finna say. Go ahead and click that like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you are back to my channel, welcome back. I love y'all for becoming part of their family, you feel me? Without further ado, we gonna get into the video. I also think that I'm gonna make this a two-part video because y'all gonna have to let me know with the first part if y'all want to see the second part, because if not, I ain't dropping it, okay? Y'all gonna get an unfinished story, so make sure y'all leave something in the comments, okay? All right, so this story time takes place about 3 years ago. Okay, so there are like 4 different parties in this story. Okay, so the first 2 characters is gonna be my 2 cousins. Okay, so one cousin, we can name her, I don't want to tell names, and it's not because like we really care, but because I don't want it to be like invasive about my family or nothing like that. But it's honestly just a funny ass story. Anywho, so my cousin Purple, and then we gonna name my other cousin Is, like IZ, like Is, like Fizz, like the drink, okay? And then we got my ex. Now my ex not like a huge part in it, but like she is still like kind of a part in the story. Like I said, this story time takes place in like the summer 3 years ago. Like I was still in high school. It was like going on my sophomore year or something like that. At this point, me and my ex had like just broke up, and we were still on speaking terms, but we wasn't really like cordial, like super cool like that, I really wouldn't say. So that's kind of what was going on. Like all 3 of us was like really close. Anywho, so yeah, like we was all used to just being close and talking to each other all the time. Even though like the situation had happened, we wasn't really accustomed to like not talking to each other. Boom. So at the time, the whole like catfish ever popping up, I was in Minnesota. I'm from there, like in my hometown, with my other cousin Purple. So this is how the whole catfish first got introduced to us. I can't really remember the catfish name, but like it was like something with the A, like Aaliyah or Alicia or something like that, I think. Shorty wasn't really a real person, so that's perfectly fine. I remember like my first accounts of Shorty was my cousin Is like introducing her to us. And like I said, like me and my cousin was really close. Me and my ex, like all 3 of us was really close. Like it wasn't like no crazy stuff for me. I know probably y'all gonna be sitting here thinking like, how did you not know? How was you just talking to somebody? But if you already like in a group where you super comfortable and somebody who's like really close to you introduce you to somebody, you not gonna like think a lot about it. But how she had introduced her to us is a really big key part of the story. So she introduced Shorty as her cousin, okay? So like I wasn't thinking too much about it, to be honest. It was just more so like, all right, she's cool, that's your cousin. Like they already had seemed like really close. The thing about it was that I really didn't think about was the fact that they was like, the fact that I had never heard of this girl. Apparently like they was like this, like with her other side of the family, they was like me and her was on our side of the family. So it was, I never really like put it together in my mind that I had never heard of Shorty, okay, or like ever seen her in my life. Because again, like we from the same place. Like I didn't see pretty much everybody to count on her side of the family at that point. So I was just like, whatever. I was more so just cool because we was all just talking. And like, obviously if I'm already cool with the person who pretended to be you, or with the person who is you while you pretend to be somebody else. Anyways, if I was already cool with like that person and you pretended to be them, same personality type stuff. So I was like, okay, like I'm real cool with her.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So I remember like I was just sitting there like texting him or whatever, and my other cousin Purple was like all in my phone, like we was chilling, and she was like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "That's Iz's cousin." And she was like, She was like, "Lonnie, that's a catfish." And I was like, "No, it's not. How it's gonna be a catfish if she know her?" Like, I was like, "What, girl?" It didn't really click for me. Like, that's all that she had said. She had just left it at that. She never said anything else about it. So I was like, "Girl, you don't know. Like, you don't know that." So I'm gonna go through all the clues that led up to the confrontation, okay? So I'm gonna name this probably like finding out, and then name part 2 like the confrontation. There was this one particular time where I remember my cousin Iz and my ex were on the phone, and like they had left out of our little group chat or whatever that we was talking in, and I was like, like they not just about to leave us in here, Alicia, whatever her name was. We was on Kick. Y'all know back in the day we used to be on there. I was like, "Girl, let's FaceTime." Since they want to sit up here and FaceTime, she didn't answer, or like didn't answer for like mad long. And then when she did, she was like, "My phone broke," or like, it wasn't like I was trying to FaceTime her to like see that she was like a real person or something like that. So that was clue number 1. Like, you don't want to FaceTime. You got an iPhone that clearly looked like it worked, because she had photos, she had a whole Instagram, etc, etc. Clue number 2, we had asked for her Snap, and Shorty was like, "I don't have a Snap." But the Instagram photos that she had posted, as well as like her Kick profile picture, was with Snapchat filters. So how don't you have a Snapchat but you got Snapchat filters? Back then you could only post live pictures. You couldn't post nothing that was like old. Like, you couldn't post no picture that you had took over 24 hours ago. So we was like, how do you not have a Snapchat then? So that didn't make no sense. That was clue number 2. Clue number 3 was when we were on her Instagram, right? She had like the black screenshotted from a phone and input it into there versus just being like a full blank picture. That's like that copy paste stuff. The biggest clue to me as to how I knew like it was Iz catfishing us is because number 1, like she introduced her as her cousin. Listen, if this person really existed and like you're the only person who knew them, like I didn't say I knew the girl, I didn't say I ever met her. So if you're the only one who know her, like you either gotta be the catfish, or you gotta be the person who like, you know, is catfishing somebody. Either way, you put her in the group with us. So, and then I remember like they was having a conversation one time, like 2 times, they was saying like they had like the same like memories together that me and my cousin Iz had. And I was sitting there thinking like, that's so crazy for y'all to have been doing the same stuff. But like in the back of my mind, I was like, why have I never heard about this at the same time? Like, why has it never crossed her mind to be like, oh my God, we did the same thing together with this person? I had never heard of Shorty, never heard of her. When we had found the pictures or whatever, that was because my cousin Purple was like, "I'm about to show you that this is a catfish." So we went back to her page and all that, and that's how we had pretty much figured out that this was a catfish. Purple was like, "Have y'all ever FaceTime? What's her Snapchat? What's something she be posting live pictures on?" At the time, Instagram didn't have Instagram Live and Instagram stories or none of that, because this was like 4 years ago. They came out with that like a little bit later. And by this time, I was like, oh my God, I got catfish. And my cousin Purple was like, "How do you even know this person?" And I was like, Iz introduced us to her. This is supposed to be her cousin. And then she was like, "So she got a cousin that she just made up because whoever on this profile, like this person right here with this name, whoever this is not a real person." So y'all, that is the only part of this story that I'm doing for this video, okay? If y'all want to see the rest of the video, y'all gonna have to wait till next time. Like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know that y'all want me to post part 2 of this video, which is the confrontation of Iz.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Oh my gosh, she is really something else. Talking about like, subscribe, and share. Period, poo.